Hey guys, and welcome back. It's been an interesting morning. We've been talking about this really bizarre article that came out yesterday. It was in Transport Topics about medical marijuana companies snap up trucking rate firm. First of all, we've never heard of any of these companies, so it really intrigued us. It also came out in Transport Topics, which does typically really good journalism, and it was very bizarre to us that this sort of showed up. We started digging into it. We've been digging into it all morning, trying to figure out what is the story behind medical marijuana companies snapping up this trucking rate firm. On the surface, when I first read it, Zach, I was thinking, this looks to me like they're trying to figure out the logistics of moving marijuana, like moving legalized marijuana.
Yeah,
and I thought, well, that's cool. That's sort of interesting. But when you dig into this, it's not that at all.
No, it doesn't seem to make sense. They're literally trying to jump in to a completely different segment of what they do. It has nothing to do with marijuana, no shipping of marijuana. It's literally, we're going to have a load board and we're going to charge you more.
So what was so bizarre?
They seem to think that they're going to get some critical mass of like 50,000 VIP members. It's super scammy. The release came out almost 3 weeks ago and was just
picked up by Transport Topics, which is sort of weird, right?
No byline by them.
These are supposedly publicly traded companies. They're penny stocks because they're almost worthless. But they think that they can charge 20% a load on a load board.
So 20% on a load.
It's not a thing. I mean, actual brokers don't charge that much, first of all. Secondly, I mean, they don't know how many trucks there are in the U.S. They're saying there's 7 million truck drivers and 500,000 owner-operator. I mean, that's like almost 10x.
And they call it, we are targeting the most common profession in North America by far.
Which is bullshit, first of all. To your point, there are not 7 million trucks in
and
truck drivers in
not
North America.
In this segment.
No. This is the most absurd thing I think I've seen ever posted in Transport Topics, ever. Like, it is bizarre. This is worse than any of the ICO stuff that's come out around these scammy companies. First of all, these are two public traded companies, right? So, which, first of all, no two companies ever do an acquisition of a third company together. That doesn't make sense. The second is, I don't know if you read their Twitter feed, but in their Twitter feed, they talked about, back in July, they talked about how, what are the name of the companies? RushNet and XYZ?
They made the same announcement every day for like months.
But that's not the worst part of it. Right. The worst part of it, the worst part of it is that these two companies, on their Twitter feed, which is still archived, talked about the fact that they're not associated with each other. Like, they have no association. So what is bizarre about that is two companies that have no association with each other have bought this third company, which we've never heard of, like GreatRateFreight.com or whatever. First of all, I couldn't even find the website. They say there's 7 million truckers.
We found it. We found it.
It consists of 3 pictures.
I found 3 Shutterstock.
Yeah. Wait. So look, that's worse than anything we've ever done.
Check it out.
Look at that truck. That's a nice cab over, dude.
Look, you can get the free app. You can get the free app at the bottom for life if you just sign up for the VIP standard membership.
What is the VIP? So here's the other thing that
if you just give them $50, you can like be a part of the new community.
Okay.
No, wait. You missed the favorite thing about this website. Look, they have pictures of things that say diesel, tires, oil, meals, mattresses,
vacations.
And guess what? None of those links.
Guys, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Now that they've been bought by 2 of these marijuana companies, that is, by the way, is doing beer-infused, cannabis-infused beer, which is sort of interesting. I have no idea why this would be in Transport Topics. It sort of feels a little bizarre to me, like a little bit counter to that, but neither here nor there. What is interesting is they're going to offer discounts to drivers. So does this mean that drivers are going to get discounted cannabis?
No, they're going to save them 15%.
On
they're
what?
going to
on
make
mattresses or cannabis?
And they're going to make 20% more.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Just do that.
It's just like, you drink the cannabis-infused beer, you add a couple zeros, and you multiply them, and you get a really big number.
I guess
it's not
so.
rocket
I mean,
science.
here's the thing: is like I said. So last night in the press release that came out, they talked about doing $60 million in revenue, of which, if they did that, $30 million would be profit, which means they have a 50% profit margin. So I was like, Who is one of the most profitable companies in the world? It's Facebook, massive platform. They only operated a 37.4% profit margin. So this company is going to be more profitable than Facebook. But here's the thing is,
the stock is still like what?
Well,
it's below a penny. In fact, when I was doing research last night on it, both companies, these penny stocks, are trading less than a penny. Which when a lot of these websites round the market cap, it comes up to zero because they have no market cap when it's rounded. That's how like.
Well, we can take a majority share.
If this wasn't
No.
I have $10.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
if this wasn't so serious, I would think it was written by and for the Onion. I mean, the press release, it's in the present tense and the past tense. It's just an absolute. It's a mess.
It is a mess, and the whole thing is quite bizarre. So, anyways,
anyway,
that's what we're talking about today.
If anybody in
Calling it
Transport
out.
Topics
Doing real
can
journalism.
enlighten us about
I don't think
answer
it's-
our questions,
I mean,
that'd be cool.
I think it's like when you look at these things, two public traded companies, which are trading at less than a penny each, have bought a load. By the way, did you? This is probably the most bizarre part. Their load board that they're calling thetruckstop.com.
Right.
I wonder
Did they
how.
buy the wrong one?
No.
No, they just made up their own.
That was a very costly typo.
I mean, Scott Moskop in Boise, Idaho. How do you think they feel about their name being used? Thetruckstop.com.
It's kind of like the
We're
Ohio
gonna call them
State.
and see if
Yes,
they
it's not Ohio State, it's the Ohio State, or the University of Miami, Ohio, not Miami.
Yeah.
It's sort of bizarre. The whole thing's bizarre.
Wow.
Anyways,
It's-
exciting stuff. We're going to have more about it. Chad, you're actually writing an op-ed piece about this whole thing, right?
Absolutely. Having a good
So-
time with it right now.
Yeah, anyways, stay tuned to FreightWaves. We'll have more on this story, and this is by far the most bizarre thing that we've covered. So stay tuned. We'll talk soon. Thanks.